Hey parents, Miss Long here. Hope you are having a fabulous Tuesday. I wanted to just send this video because I know there seemed to be quite a bit of confusion about meeting today and if we were meeting on Zoom, meeting on Teams. I had a lot of students who joined us all day long. However, I had a few students that didn't return after recess and a few students that did not return after lunch. I am having to report that to the office, and when they are not returning after recess or after lunch, it will be counted as an early dismissal and it will be tallied and affect their attendance. So it is their responsibility to come back after recess and after lunch. Here, I'd like to just point out this information can be found on the class story. So there's a couple of things that you may see. You may receive individual messages from me where I blasted you with a bunch of information yesterday. Our class story is another place though that you might see information, and sometimes it's easier for me to just post on the class story. On this class story, sometimes you do have to go and scroll down. Yesterday afternoon, and you can see here, I posted our link for our Zoom meeting. We are starting with Zoom every day. Many students do not have computers from the school, so I'm still working with them to figure out how we can access Microsoft Teams, because we are transitioning to Teams as that is the supported platform by our district. So this is the Zoom link that we will start every morning this week at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow we will rejoin after recess and then also after lunch, and as we work on a few small group Teams meetings. Starting Thursday, we will meet on Zoom for our first morning meeting, and then we will transition to Teams, and I'll show you that in just a minute. I also did send a schedule for students to follow. I'm going to pull this up right here. So this gives you exactly what they're doing and when. So tomorrow is Wednesday. We are going to join on Zoom. We're going to have a whole group math meeting on Zoom. Then we're going to break into small groups. There's 2 small groups, and I'll show you what that looks like on Teams. If I'm not in a small group, they need to be completing these activities right here. So after 9:15, we're going to go back to our Zoom link and meet together as a whole class. We'll also have recess. And then we'll meet together again. Dr. Burgos is going to be coming into our Zoom meeting tomorrow and meeting with us after recess. And then after lunch, we will also meet again on Zoom. However, you'll notice on this schedule starting Thursday, we'll meet in Zoom for the morning, but once we transition to small groups Teams meeting, we are going to be meeting in Microsoft Teams for the rest of the day. A whole class Teams meeting, and then after recess, we'll have another whole class Teams meeting, and then after lunch, we'll have another whole class Teams meeting. And this will go on Friday as well. We'll be on Zoom with Mrs. Cassidy, and then we will transition to our Teams meetings in the afternoon. Starting next Monday, we will no longer be using Zoom at all. It will only be Microsoft Teams. So I want to show you what Microsoft Teams looks like. Microsoft Teams can be accessed if you have a school device. You will have an app on your front that looks something like this. So students can click directly on Microsoft Teams. If you do not have this app on your desktop, then students will need to be following the instructions for the single sign-on, and they can access Microsoft Teams in their app launcher once they sign into their email. All of this information has been sent via ClassDojo. When they open up Teams, they will be assigned to our 3rd grade team. You will see my face all over because I've posted certain things. The very first place that students need to look to see their meetings is the calendar. Now, when you look up, scroll up, any meetings that they are going to have to attend will look similar to this. So tomorrow, your student will see either they are belonging to small group 1 or small group 2. So they'll belong in either one of those small group meetings. And then on Thursday and Friday, as I mentioned on that document, we should have whole class meetings for each of these times. I'm still working on Teams to make sure I send out these invitations correctly, so they may not appear in their schedule yet, but they will very, very soon. In addition, on Teams, these are all our different channels. You might have heard me refer to this. So I said today, while you're not in my small group, you need to go to the math channel and watch this video. At the end of the day, I said, this is our only homework for today, is watching this video here and then responding with some sort of emoji or GIF to let me know that you found it and watched it. So students can access this through this Teams button, and we'll have reading assignments here. These are 2 assignments they can work on for while they're not part of our small group meeting. They were also instructed to watch this video on place value. And then these were the writing prompts that we worked on today and started with. One other final thing is, just lost my train of thought. Great. This is where we are going to be having assignments. So there will be sometimes stuff posted in Class Dojo. However, when they're being asked to do work, they will find assignments here. I will be directing them to Teams when we are working independently. So if they are not in a whole group meeting with me, if they are not in a small group meeting with me, they will have assignments to work on independently. It will not be extra playtime. I am going to have to ask for some help making sure that your students are going to get into the routine. It will take a while, but I promise it definitely will happen. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see your lovely little ones tomorrow.